more sugar cane striping Vietnam. No more small, sweet Indian mangoes. Biodiversity fell. Wildlife and livestock perished for lack of feed. Scientists bickered over the smog's composition, and politicians over whether pollution or lax carbon taxes or China or nuclear testing or America or Russia were to blame. And all the while the darkness, slightly acidic, ate its way through fertile fields. America plunged into famine while my career hung suspended by the sea. The wrong sea, the oily, inhospitable Atlantic. Each morning I walked to the American consulate to hear the demurral, soon. Each afternoon I thawed frozen fish at the restaurant that underwrote my refugee visa. My life was dredge, fry, plate. My life was wait, wait, wait. The day the letter arrived for me from California was the day the chef announced pesto cut from the menu for good. No more nuts and seeds in the pantry, and no basil, not even the powdered kind. I barely heard. I took my envelope into the walk-in freezer, as if ice might cool desire. With my back against chilled steel, I extracted not an American re-entry permit, but a bill. The letter informed me that my dead mother's apartment in Los Angeles had burned down. Regrettable accident, the lawyer wrote of the riot that caused it. And then, legally liable. Cataloged in detail were waste disposal fees and firefighting fees and city emissions fines. But nowhere did the bill mention the color of the apartment walls, which I no longer recalled. No avocados, no strawberries, no almonds. California had become a food desert, and I imagined wind howling through broken windows. Scouring, dry, unclean. The door opened as I was doing the math. "Chef says break's over," a line cook told me. "He wants you to make a sub for the pesto." "With what?" The cook kicked a bag of flour on his way out. "Anything you want, princess, so long as you use this shit." The flour puffed up in a fine gray cloud. No parsley, no sage, no produce of any sort. It was spring, March. But a false spring in which crops would fail for the third year running. Blame the smog's acidity, as some did, or anhydrites, or a lack of sun and morality. What it amounted to was skies that were gray and kitchens that were gray. You could taste it. Gray. No olives, no quails, no grapes of the tart green kind for champagne. I took stock of the restaurant's dwindling supplies. Dusty tins, icy slabs of years-old fish. Mostly it was bag after bag of the Hmong protein soy algal flour distributed by the government. "We were lucky to have it," they said. The flour was a miracle of nutritional science, engineered from plants that tolerated dark. Lucky that the smog had taken a year and a half to reach Europe. Lucky we'd escaped the famine that ravaged the Americas and Southeast Asia. Lucky that Hmong protein flour was, calorie for calorie, cheaper than the cobbled-together diets of old. Yet the flour was gritty and gray, and the bread it baked could not be coaxed to rise. I am speaking of an occlusion in my 29th year, a dimming of how far I could see in front of me. I am speaking not only of the air. Chef had lost its meaning, like lucky, like fresh, like soon. No saffron, no buffalo, no polished short-grain rice. Dishes winked out from menus like extinguished stars, as a conservative, nativist attitude seized the few restaurants that remained open, thanks to government subsidies. As they shut borders to refugees, so countries shut their palates to all but those cuisines deemed essential. In England, the shrinking supplies of frozen fish were reserved for kippers, or gray...